This is Julie Hogue with the Vegetarians and Meat Lovers Split Table Recipes podcast, where I help people cook for two diets, vegetarians and meat eaters. How do you not be a short order cook, or at least reduce the pain of being a short order cook when you're cooking for multiple diets? This has been my life since I was a child, teenager, I guess I should say teenager, not really a child. I became the primary cook of my family. For my family, I was a vegetarian and my dad and my sister ate meat. And so I became the primary cook for the three of us. And then when I got married, I married a man who likes to eat meat too. So literally this has been my life. I'm now in my 50s. So I have cooked this way for a very long time. And it's not that hard. It's not as hard as people think it is. You just have to be really mindful of how you're doing things. I do a lot of combo meals too. Like I make sure that I have some sort of vegetarian portion that is kind of entree-like, or I add in things like cottage cheese, a handful of nuts, a hard-boiled egg, something like that. Cottage cheese works really great. This particular recipe I'm going to talk about today is a pasta salad, and the pasta salad is vegetarian, and then I pair it up with air fryer prepared chicken thighs or drumsticks. You could use either. And then there's an alternative. If you don't want to use the air fryer, there is a way to do it in the oven. And that one I have done with chicken breast. So there's multiple things that are going to go on with this recipe, this particular episode of recipes. And the first one I'm going to talk about is dill pickle pasta salad. This is a great summer thing. I think this is a great summer recipe because it's got pickles, I guess. To me, pickles are all year round, but extra amount of pickles in the summer, probably because people grill like burgers and hot dogs and stuff and like pickles. And so to me, it's just a summer thing. So dill pickle pasta salad. This is a really pretty simple pasta salad. I like to use the Garden Delight veggie pasta, the rotini, where it's like they're different colors, and often they are made with the vegetable like embedded in the actual pasta. You can use regular pasta too. That's no big deal. But I do like to do the rotini. Again, you can pick what you want. So 12 ounce of the veggie pasta, and you're going to cook that and drain it. And then 1 cup of sliced dill pickles. Now, I like to use the baby ones because it's a salad, right? So you like little slices of little pickles. That's what I like to do anyways. And then you're going to whisk together some seasonings, some 1 ounce pack of dry ranch seasoning, 1/4 cup olive oil, 1/4 cup feta cheese, 1 cup sliced grape tomatoes, and 1/2 cup thin sliced baby carrots. I like to make them real thin. You can use a food processor if you want. And then 1/2 teaspoon dill weed. Basically, you whisk all of those things together. I actually did do it this way then I added it to the pasta. So you don't have to do it that way. You can combine all the non-chunky stuff and whisk it and then add it. Doesn't matter. And then you just let it chill for a little bit and serve. I mean, it's really simple, right? But you've got the dill pickle, you've got the ranch, you've got feta cheese, grape tomatoes, and baby carrots and dill weed. All kind of to me, that's summery and it's a fun thing. And so then that's going to be like, for me, that would probably be my main entree. I may have hard-boiled eggs on the side, sliced hard-boiled eggs, or a scoop of cottage cheese. Handful of cashews or almonds are a great addition that you can just pop on your plates when you're a vegetarian. It's so easy to add. It's not hard at all. You could also add protein in your drink. You could drink milk. You could drink soy milk, almond milk. There's so many different types of milk out there now that is a great alternative. Now, in getting to the meat of this hybrid meal, the split table recipe meal. And I have done this several different ways. I've done it air fryer. We've done it on the grill and in the oven. When we do it in the oven, it is a little bit different recipe. So I'm going to go through it a couple of different ways, and I'll put the ingredients down in the podcast show notes. So again, you don't have to try and write all this down because I'm going to talk too fast. Okay. 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 12 chicken thighs, 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, 3 teaspoons oregano, this be dried oregano, 3 teaspoons paprika, 3 teaspoons black pepper, and 3 teaspoons garlic powder. Now you just mix that all together and you brush it onto the chicken. And we've done it in the air fryer for 12 to 15 minutes, flipping it over halfway through. It's done at 165 degrees. So this is something that I have even done right after I brush it on. So it doesn't have to be marinated. I think it is good to marinate, but I've literally put it on and cooked it, and my family loved it. So the other way you can do this, if you're doing a larger portion, like I made it for 17 drumsticks one time for 5.33 pounds of chicken. And when I did that, I did 4 tablespoons of olive oil, the 17 drumsticks, 2 teaspoons kosher salt, 4 teaspoons dried oregano, 4 teaspoons paprika, 4 teaspoons black pepper, and 4 teaspoons garlic powder. And so this is like super easy because they're all the same. I love that. Whether you're doing it for the 12 chicken thighs or 17 drumsticks, you have the same exact number down all of the spices except for the salt. So it's 3, 3, 3, 3, or 4, 4, 4, 4. And when we did it in the drumsticks, we did grill it. My husband grilled it on the oven. On the oven. I got oven on the brain because that's the next step. Okay, so the other way I've made this, and this is really interesting. I don't know if any of you know about this trick. I recently found out about this, and I never knew it before, is putting mayo, which I guess, like my husband says, kind of like a binder. Like he does that when he's doing ribs, like the mustard is like the binder. And so I think this is what this is. But I've never put mayo on chicken and put it in the oven before. And it works really, really well to keep the juices in, apparently. And something I never knew my whole life. It's a crazy thing, and I think chicken gets dried out very easily in the oven, especially if you just use oil or something. But mayo, it does something different. So when we did 8 chicken breasts in the oven, I did 1/2 cup mayo to all of the above things that I said before. So that would be the olive oil, 3 tablespoons olive oil, 1.5 teaspoons kosher salt, 3 teaspoons oregano, 3 teaspoons paprika, 3 teaspoons black pepper, and 3 teaspoons garlic powder. And then we cooked it at 400 degrees until 165. And I have also done this if you want to substitute the oregano for Italian seasoning, and my family really liked that as well. So this is something where you have multiple options here. You can use an air fryer, you could grill it, or you could do it in the oven by adding mayo to the recipe. And then you would just brush it on the chicken. Like we have one of those like silicone brushes or whatever, and you just rub it all on there, and it works great. So we are having a crazy thing at our house. Our air conditioning is not working, and it is one of the hottest days in Minnesota. Right now it is it's supposed to get up to 94, and last I saw there was like 92. So it's like 85 degrees in our house. It's really, really hot. We're really hoping that we've done a few things to try and see if that remedies the problem. Otherwise, we can't have someone come out until Friday. We're going to really have a hot, hot, hot week. And it's going to be really hot here. I might have to go buy some more fans. It's not fun when your air goes out. We had it happen last year too, but it was something they fixed. So I don't know. I'm not real happy that this is happening again. I hope you're having a great summer. It's been really fun. I went to a book fair this weekend at the grandstand at the state fair. It was fantastic. So many people, but it was hot there too because they have no air conditioning in the grandstand. Just amazing time though to see all the people there buying books, and I was selling books. It was really fun. Inbound Brew Company does it. So check it out next summer if they do it again. It's really fun because you see so many local authors and booksellers and makers, people who make things that are bookish kind of themed, like a handmade. So you got artists there, you've got authors, people who create things. So you should check it out if they do it next year. So many great book fairs are happening around Minnesota. Wherever you live, I hope that they're happening for you too. It's a great way for people to meet local authors in their area. And they're kind of like exploding all over the country, just as independent bookstores are. And a lot of independent bookstores are hosting them. And a lot of authors are, and breweries and wineries tend to do it a lot too. So it's really something that's really growing. And I think it's great because we're getting away somewhat from all this online purchasing. It's buying small business. It's shopping small. And instead of paying money to these big, giant conglomerates that just keep getting bigger and eating everything up, I would much rather buy a book personally from someone who owns their own bookshop, getting back to just individual owners and independent bookstores. And so I urge you to try and do that too, especially when it's super fun that you can go to a book fair and meet them. A lot of independent bookstores are starting to have book signings too. There's one up in Forest Lake, New Moons. They're a new one. And just all these little amazing bookshops popping up everywhere where you can buy local books that are written by local authors. And instead of buying them online and keep feeding the big monsters of these platforms that are just eating up everything, shop small. I'm small. I'm definitely small. So my cookbook you can find on Amazon, and I have it with me at book fairs when I go to book fairs. That's the other thing too, is trying to get out to book fairs. You could probably get the same book on Amazon, but why not go to a book fair, meet the author, have them sign it, and we honestly make way more money when you buy it from us, like at a book fair or personally or on our website, than we do when you buy it from one of the online sellers. So I urge you, if you're a reader or like to buy books, seek around you. Bookshop.org is a great one that has all of the independent bookstores around, so you can find out what's near you. And if you're going to buy online, buy from them, because you get to designate which independent bookstore will get the profit. Across the country, you can pick different themed bookshops that will get the profit of what you buy online from them. That's amazing. Talk about supporting small and independent. Fantastic. Well, anyway, I hope you like my podcast. I am an independent podcaster, and I enjoy doing this. I love sharing food. Food is a way to celebrate life and enjoy it. Oh, and I forgot to update you on this too. We're getting ready for my son's wedding. And so last weekend we went out to the farm and we really worked hard for two days, actually 2.5 days. Well, it was about not quite that long because we didn't get there till Friday late. But we were doing all kinds of things, getting ready for the wedding because the wedding's going to be at the farm. So we did a lot of stuff. Cleaning up the barn, shaping it up, and vacuuming. I was vacuuming old rugs. I replaced the bridge into the barn because that's where going to be the social hour area. So, so that's what we got going on. Lots going on with that. And I hope you're having a fabulous summer. It's super hot. Wish me luck this week in the heat. I hope that either our air conditioning starts working, crossing my fingers, or we can get someone to come out sooner because it's going to be a long week. Anyway, thanks for listening. Again, down in the podcast show notes, you can find all of the recipes that I put on the podcast, and then you don't have to try and write them down or, what I like to is, honestly, this is what I do. I'm super funny. If I'm in a store and I did not write down the ingredients, I'll literally go to my own podcast to find the ingredients of what I want to make. And so this is super functional for me. Like I can go and I can scroll because you can search up in the top, like on Spotify, for instance, you can search by a word, like say you want the dill recipe. You can put dill up in the search and it'll bring up every podcast episode I've done that has dill in it. And you could find, say you're looking for the one I did today, you would be able to find it. And right there on your phone, you can see what ingredients you need for that particular thing. So it's functional for me and benefits my life, and it's functional for you. It hopefully will benefit your life. So you've got it all right at your fingertips, and it's there. And if it's not there, if I don't put it there, I try to link to my podcast. I try to link to my website, which has it there. So sometimes I will do recipes that are on my I keep saying podcast. Sometimes I will do recipes that are on my website, and then you can get it at your fingertips too, because it's on juliehogwriter.com. Well, thanks for listening. And also down in the podcast show notes are the links to my cookbooks and my YA contemporary romance books, which I'm really excited because the sequel to Hungry Hearts is with my editor right now, and it's going to come out in the fall. So I'm super excited about that. It's called Warm Up My Heart, and it's set in Minnesota, and they are on the lake. They have a major storm hit, and they're ice fishing, and their propane goes up. Talk about temperature issues, right? So they're like cold. It's really fun. It's a really fun story. It's a fun book. So thanks for listening. Have an amazing day. All right. Bye-bye now.